Awesome, thank you. Nicole, how about you?
Well, I started dancing when I was 3, and I thought I was going to be a ballerina. I blew up my knee when I was 12. So that kind of changed that, and I thought maybe I would go and be a lawyer because I like to talk. For those who know me, not a big shock. Then I did the school play, and it was called The Prime and Miss Jean Brodie. And my favorite movies with Smith, one of my favorite actresses. And I told my parents, I'm not going to go to law school. I want to be an actor. That went well. I went to university, and they said I had to get an education, and I agreed. So I graduated from York University, again, back when the earth was flat, with a Bachelor of Fine Arts with honors, with a major in theater, minor in English. And I got signed right out of college, and that was 30 years ago, and I've been working ever since. So I feel very grateful for that.
I don't remember exactly, but I was probably 10 or something, and I was doing the thing where, like, I would watch TV shows, and in Australia there's a lot of BBC programming at that time. So a lot of TV shows, a lot of accents sort of just on TV, and I would love to mimic them. And I would we had this little tape recorder, and I would love to tape my own little shows where I would imitate the characters from the shows. One of my favorites was, there was this show called Gardening Australia, and there was this fella, and he had just the thickest British accent, and it was like so full of character, and he himself was a character. Like, you could tell that he was definitely someone who truly loved what he was doing and had kind of stumbled into doing it on TV. And it was hilarious, and I just loved to make little shows like imitating him, and then other TV shows that I'd seen. And it was a little bit the same as I think Ellen said, which was like, oh, like, you can do this, like, this is a thing you can do, after having sort of done it just for fun and for myself for a long time. And then there's not really a lot of this kind of work in Australia, unless it's commercials, and commercials really bore me. So I moved in 2012 to Canada, and now here we are.
Yay! Yay! All right, well, thank you all very much. Next question is from Status. For the VAs, are there any vocal warm-ups that you do before recording, and does it depend on how intense the voice you're performing is?
Yeah, you drink a beer.
I was gonna say whiskey.
No. See, whiskey will get you there too fast. Beer, you can pace yourself.
Well, we haven't hung out enough then, because you know.
That's true.
I have skill in that department.
Yeah.
One of the things that I like to do, just especially if it's early in the morning and I'm just getting up, I like to do the old bada gada gada bada bada gada. I can't even do it now, but it's just as fast as you can, and it just gets your lips and tongue limbered up.
Motorboats and meows. Meow, meow, meow.
I had
Singing
one that
along with, yeah, Britney Spears.
Yeah, I learned one from a singer friend of mine, which is for the vocal cord warm up. You can do scales and things like that, but a good one is you kind of imitate like a whining dog. You go like, and that just sort of gets them buzzing a little nicely.
Yeah, you can blow air through a straw too, just to start getting it going.
I usually
just little things.
Yeah, little things like that. I do all of those. I did choir, I was in choir in high school, but I go back, and it's funny because it's in the morning usually when I have to do auditions that I do more aggressive vocal warm-ups just to wake this guy up, these guys up. I don't know. Anyways, but I'll remember stuff I did in high school and try and be about 20% do that. Lots of like. That's my favorite.
A lot of them come back and you go like, I remember doing this. I'm not sure if it's right but like it seems to work. I remember doing it 20 years ago, so.
Yeah.
And water, lots of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of water.
Hydration is key, everyone.
Takes 24 hours to get hydrated though, so you can't fix it right away.
No, so just always be drinking water.
Always be drinking water.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, thank you very much. We got the next question from a couple people. Questions for Bill and Nicole. What was your favorite episode of Friendship is Magic to work on?
I'll give Nicole time to think about it because she's been on a few more than me. But probably favorite one to work on was probably the Pony of Shadows 2-parter. I really liked being on Perfect Pair, but I've always enjoyed really like broad, like energetic and kind of chew the scenery characters, which is so unlike me. So I really liked that because there were definite moments in that recording session where I think I was in position sort of in the middle of the room when in the like the U-shaped curve, and so it really did feel a bit like it was that thing that you get when you start doing high school performance or you start getting that taste for performing where you just go like, okay, everybody, look at me. It's time for me to do things. And it's not a live performance space, obviously, so there's not an audience, but all the other voice actors kind of just like, that's right, it's my turn. Ha 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 ha. So that's always fun. I like, we're all show-offs. I like to show off.
I'm a team player.
Just throw me under that bus. Da-dunk, da-dunk.
Funny. Oh, sorry, I dropped the first F-bomb. Sorry, kids. I have a couple. I really liked the two sisters when I got to go zip lining and all that. It was just fun. First of all, to work. Tabitha and I worked on a lot of other things together, and we have a good bounce, and there was not a lot of boundaries given to either of us, which is terribly dangerous yet exciting.
That sounds horrifying.
So that was great. And then the other one was one of the first ones, Hearts and Hooves, and I just remember it was Cheerly and Mac, and we had the potion, and it didn't really have a lot of writing like all the love talk we were supposed to do. At one point it just said they continue in the background. Again, an actor's dream. Terrifying for the director and everybody else. Katrina's going, yeah. So
actually, I love that stuff too, because that's sometimes, no offense to the writers, where we get the funniest stuff.
Yeah.
We pull those ad libs and we're like, we gotta keep this.
So Peter and I we were across the U because we record in a U. So we were across each other from the U, and it was a full cast that day. And we were doing this scene where we're both desperately in love and then have to keep going. And they were like, yeah, we'll just tell you when to stop. And we went for quite some time, both trying to make each other break. And the rest of the room was trying not to laugh and ruin our take. I wet my pants. It was great.
Those are the best shows when it's not it's like somebody's doing something and you're just like, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
The advantage of being the director on the other side of the booth is you can laugh as much as you want.
Yeah.
Well, and we saw just a bunch of heads just go down, and so Peter and I knew we were onto something, and that's again like that's
the old
fire.
If you see the people behind the glass, like go down, or if they come in, like if somebody comes in to make a comment and the rest of the room is laughing, you're just like, yeah, I did it.
I don't know, Nicole, if you've ever seen me, I often have this reaction where I'm like,
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
That. Like,
I want to say that is one of the things about recording during COVID that I missed the most. We're not working with each other anymore.
Yeah.
And I've started to, I've moved into directing as well, voice directing. Right. So when I voice direct, I try and say, I apologize to the actors for this, but I'd like to be on the screen so they can at least see me. And I think it's to give them that feedback. Because I've also been in COVID, you walk into a room, there's a camera, they can see you, but you can't see them. Mm-hmm. It's so isolating and so unnerving. And you've got your engineer, bless him, but he's usually like this. The whole time you're recording. So, to be able to see people do that, or the heads go down as a performer, or as anybody, you need feedback, right? And I think that's one of the most challenging things about COVID has been this feedback loop, having to recreate it.
Yeah, for sure. It's been really weird. It's been really weird. Yeah, we've been like going into completely empty studios except for us and the engineer and then you hear
Yeah.
somebody come over the headphones, and you're just like, yeah, you don't have that immediate, like I was saying, you know, you kind of crave that immediate feedback that you get, you know, like if you do a play or, you know, something in front of an audience, it's right there, it's instant. And when you do it in animation, typically, you know, like it's a smaller audience, but it's great to have the other people that you work with in the room and the directors and writers and supervisors and stuff behind the glass. And we don't have any of it. So I'm glad that you've been doing that, Nicole. I'm sure all the actors like super duper appreciate that, because
we did a show. We did a show where we had 2 actors in 2 studios in the same studio space, but separate spaces. And they were able to see each other, and we all could see everybody. Cool. And it just made everyone's like, okay, if you don't want them to see you roll your eyes, you need to mute your camera. Like, you need to turn your camera off. So it's also about being accountable for how you communicate as a creative as well, which I think is really important. Yeah. But anyway, so we're getting there, but man, I miss 9 actors in a room and
Me too.
9 actors on a stage, and
when you're on a new show and you start seeing more and more people come into the room, it gets exciting, because you go like, oh, it's going to be one of those. Like, it's not going to be like, smaller casts are fine too, and you start to build like a really close knit thing. But when you start seeing like, you know, oh, it's like 6 or 7, 8 or 9 people are coming into the room for a new show, because you don't really know what the scope of the show is, and you just go like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, and that's where you get a lot of magic too, because we start bouncing off, like you were saying, Katrina, we start bouncing off each other, and we do the moments. Sometimes the moments in between are more fun than the moments on the page. And figure out how to make that happen.
We've saved a few and then put them in for the board artists to discover when they're listening to the voice. Oh, great! And always know, because you all of a sudden you hear like this big from like one of the rooms, and then but sorry fans, you don't get access to those because they're not safe for work.
No, not safe for work. Not safe for work. Not safe for career. Sometimes.
No.
Well, moving on from that, next question is from Nectaria. I'm going to expand it a little bit. For the VAs, what is the accent or maybe the type of character that comes easiest for you, and what is the hardest for you to voice? And then for the artists, what is maybe the easiest style for you to do, or the hardest like style or type of scene to draw?
Easiest British German, hardest Australian.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do Australian.
So if you wonder, Bill, why when you talk, I'm looking at you like this, I'm actually recording you.
And you know what? I'm throwing you all off because I don't sound like what they ever want. So.
No, you got the R though, and so you got that.
Yeah, but they all want this. They all want Australian to sound like this, and that's not how I sound at any point.
Very nice,
yeah, and like way more energy. Whereas I'm a little more relaxed.
It's a lie. It's a lie, but it's good.
I think the easiest one for me to do, and I default to this even when I'm just having regular conversations sometimes, is like New York or Brooklyn, like those tough sounding accents. Hardest, cannot do German, Swedish, any of that for the life of me. Wow, I've embarrassed myself many times trying.
I like Russian. Ooh, I like Russian accent.
Oh yeah.
And forget about South Africa. It's not happening.
Oh no!
You can't do a South African. Oh, that's a shame.
If only you could. Take you back and bury you.
It's fun because it's pretty close to Australian, so you know there's a lot of the same kinds of sounds. So I don't have a problem with it.
And
that's great.
It's awesome. It's not like you should be a James Bond villain.
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
Tony, go ahead.
Hardest to draw Fluttershy's eyeballs. Easiest to draw all the other parts of Fluttershy.
Are you ever able to like outsource that particular part? Go like, I did it. I just put a little polish on it.
I've tried in the past to just steal it off the internet. Just take like the screen grab of the eyeball and then put that in there. But there's like a uncanny valley.
Cheating is not cheating; it's being efficient.
I know.
Thank you.
I want a T-shirt with that on it. That is awesome.
You know how
we
much
all
cheating
steal.
we all did.
Steal mercilessly. Every actor I've ever met.
Pay homage, Bill. I've talked to you.
Sorry.
Pay homage to you.
Yeah, can we cut that? This isn't live, right?
I
No, of
tell
course
that
not.
grocery store I was paying homage when I was a teenager, and they didn't.
Hey, you were homaging, you know, the gum and the candy bar.
Pay homage.
The tribute.
Yeah, I love it so much. Like, really, they should be, like, you know, thanking me.
Should be honoring this state.
Yeah, like, you're welcome.
So what in particular is so hard about Fluttershy's eyeballs?
It needs to be about 20%
They're
cooler.
just very specific.
Donnie.
It's one of those. There's a lot of things that you draw, and if you get close, you're good. But there's some things if you get close, you're not good enough. And Fluttershy's eyes are one of those things. You either have to get it exactly right, or be far enough off that it doesn't look like you're wrong. I don't know.
Well, you know, in Andrea Libman's eyes, same thing in real life.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Haunting.
Haunting, right? You forget it.
Yeah, I get around it by not having to draw them specifically because the flash build will do it for me later, so I don't even have to draw that specific sad hangdog eye shape.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, I know. Cheat.
You figured it all out.
Homage.
Yeah.
Lauren Faust told me that they were her easiest out of anything.
But it's weird how certain people certain things are, like Pinkie Pie's hair is really hard for me, and other people just get it, and I can't get it.
Can you do rarity tear?
Yeah, I have a really good shorthand for that. Yeah.
It took a little while.
That I stole off of Thalia Thompson because I saw how she did it, and I was like, oh!
You homaged it. You
And then
homaged it
like,
off of...
No, I stole it. She don't care.
Oh, okay.
We all steal.
I took it.
I took it, and I applied it, and now it's mine.
And now it's yours.
Yeah.
Right.
It needs
Well, we
to be
are about out of our
20%
time.
cooler.
I have one, not some question, but I guess a request from Pinky Mouse. Could everybody towards the end of the panel all bro hoof each other at the edges of your video frames? So we're gonna do like a Brady Bunch kind of like bro everybody bro hoof together.
Buddy, we're all over the place. Where's
Just do both sides.
Just kind of punch everywhere, and I think we'll make it work out somehow.
Tony, can you punch up?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, buddy.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, all right.
I'm sure
somewhere there.
I can't tell what the stream sees and what we see, so I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all flying blind here. Stream. It's a very different arrangement for us. Well, thank you all very much. Thank you so much for playing the games, for answering our questions, for bro hoofing till the end of time, I guess. Once again, I want to give a just giant thank you to Bill Newton, Nicole Oliver, Raquel Belmonte, Tony Fleeks, Trina Hadley, and Ellen Kennedy. Thank you so much for joining us this weekend.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain. And shiny apples sometimes come with worms. No, you can't give up your laughter cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that the hero never learned.
20% cooler.
Cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain, and candles just won't glow until they're burned. No, you can't give up your laughter cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that my village never learned. Cause rainbows won't light up the sky unless you let it rain, and candles just won't glow until they're burned. No, you can't give up your laughter cause you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that my village never learned. Unless you let it rain. Unless you let it rain.
Hopefully enough, hopefully not too much. I think it's probably a fair bit of difficulty. Basically, if you want to play, let me show you the thing. Where's the camera? If you go to that website up there, where it says besocreative.com/login/student, put in the room code L971, and then you'll be able to play along and get your scores graded. I'm going to try and drop that into the chat. I'll drop it in the Discord, I guess, and that'll take me 2 seconds, and then we'll start the game. Let me hop over to that real quick. I can close that. I don't need that, and I don't need that anymore either. All right, let's see. So it is this trivia file, which is in the way. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to drop this into the Discord chat for Deep Dish Room, and then you should see that link in case you need it. I just want to make sure everybody's able to do that. Here is that. Hopefully I'll figure out which channel I'm on, and then I'll be able to watch along and make sure everything's going okay, because I like to do that on my YouTube channel. Anyway, apparently I also linked my YouTube channel there, so if you want, you can subscribe to that later. But let's get into trivia. I'm going to go back and see that Alex is giving me the okay. Alex, we're good? We're on? I see you're typing. Just want to make sure before I start this game. Let's see. Let me open that, because that's probably helpful to have the game open, which is the one thing I didn't do. Alright, we'll be starting in just a second. Waiting on Alex is okay. Which is, I'll just type that to him. Okay, I'm the last panel in this room, so it's fine to run long if I need a few extra minutes. I'm on though, right? And just to confirm, I'm in deep dish? Because it was not showing me earlier. Just wanted to make sure before I... Yep, alright, sweet. I'm on there. It looks like I might be behind the feed. That's okay. So, let's hop into this game. Again, the way this is played, 4 rounds of 10 questions. If you're trying to get your scores graded, make sure you use that website that I linked into the Discord server. I'll try and get it on, what is this called? Not Skype, Twitch here in a minute. Yeah, so we're going to start the game. Just don't look up answers on your cell phone. Please, don't cheat. It's lame. Don't do it. That's it. All right, let's start. So there's pictures, video clips, and songs in each round, and you'll have to identify something about each of them. And we're gonna start it now. Let me make that on the right slide, and that should be small now, hopefully. And then I'm gonna, apparently did not open that. All right, here it is. Here's the slideshow. Sorry, we had a little snafu with a stream key there for a minute. Apparently it's on a custom server, but you should be able to see it now over here. Let's get started. Round 1, number 1 in today's trivia is, who's that character? We're gonna start off a little easier. We're gonna work up to harder questions. Don't wanna push people away right off the bat. So this is your first question. It's who's this character? She's right over there. She's got some bacon hair. And what is her name? It's your first question today. And it looks like I'm on here, so that's good.
Needs to be about 20%
and hopefully,
cooler.
there it goes. All right, cool. I'm just probably like a 20-second lag, so that's okay. We're gonna go on to number 2. It is, who is the potion-making pony who lives in the Everfree Forest? There's a pony who lives in the Everfree Forest. She makes potions. What's her name? That's number 2. Your first round today. I hope you guys are doing well. It's 4 p.m. where I'm at, or 4:10, I guess. And you guys are 3:10 mostly, I assume, because this is based out of Chicago, Schaumburg, right? Although I guess now it's based out of everywhere. But hopefully, you guys are doing well. Number 3 is... who? Oh shit, you know what? I did not open the classroom. Let me open the classroom real quick so you can get those answers in. I have been a little frazzled with this starting today for some reason. Classroom is now open for business. You should be able to see that. Just put in a team name, whatever you want. You can put in your real name if you want. Most people choose a team name, probably pony related, or screen handles, whatever you want to use. That's how you'll be entering those answers. Otherwise, you can play along and score yourself, and that's totally fine to do. For this first round, I will kind of go a little slower, especially since I just screwed up the whole classroom thing. And then after that, I'll just kind of pace it based on how fast you guys get your answers in on that classroom. But that was number 1. Number 2 again was, who's that potion-making pony? And just in case you are catching up. And then number 3 is, who lives there? There's a picture over here of a house. Somebody lives there. Who is it? Who lives in that house? It's your third question today. And that is so far so good. It looks like this chat room, I don't know if, let's see if it's working. Hello. Follower only chat. You need to follow for 2 months, 4 weeks to chat. You have 2 months and 4 weeks left. Okay, so I'm not using the Twitch chat, which is weird, but the Discord chat's available. I'll try to keep up with that every so often to see if anybody's got questions or anything. Number 4 today is, who is the villain with shadow powers? And why do I always think he's a samurai? You don't have to answer that part of the question. If you want to, I'll read it maybe later. But who's the villain? He has shadow powers, and for some reason I always think that he's a samurai. That is your 4th question today. Today's first round, of which we have 3 more rounds after this. And I'm going to make sure that we're moving along in that classroom. Let's see. Okay, people are catching up. There we go. There's a name for this villain. People are getting it. That's good. I'm curious to see what that one says, because I can see your answers, but sometimes it gets cut off. So looking to see. So I love that answer for number 2. But I'm just gonna kind of slow it down. Just wait for you guys to get in and get your answers in, And don't worry, at the end of this round, there's also a slide that has all the questions from the round. It just doesn't have the pictures. So hopefully you saw the pictures. But we're going to move on to our, what is this, 5th question? 5th question. It's coming up. As long as I didn't close it, there it is. Number 5, what kingdom is that character from? How adorable is she? Very adorable is the answer. That's a bonus question. But what kingdom is she from? She's from a kingdom somewhere, the Pony Extended Universe. And what is the name of that kingdom? It's your 5th question. Checking out some texts. Okay. Alright. And hopefully you guys are getting that in. Let me look at the classroom and see. Yeah, people are getting that in. That's good. It looks like somebody didn't see one of the pictures, so I'll go back to that and do all the pictures really quick at the end of the round, just because I know some people got in a little later. I do this on a weekly basis, so if you like my trivia today, I'll show you those social media links later. Maybe you can follow me. I do an extra trivia tonight, actually, because I do a nerdy trivia night on Sundays. And I'll talk more about that later, though. Let's go on to number 6.
Who's that Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon? Yeah, no, it's a pony. Who is it? They're kind of outlined there. It should be very easy, I think. I tried to find a better outline without all that distinguishing information, but I had trouble finding that. So this is the best I could come up with on such short notice for this question, because I threw this one in like at the very end. But who's that pony? There's an outline there. I think we all know this. There's multiple answers technically, because different names for different fandoms, fans, not fandoms. We're going on to our 7th question. I think it's your first movie clip tonight. Let's find out. What episode is this clip from? Got a clip from an episode of the show that we all know and love. Question is, what is the episode? And here's that clip. Hopefully it's going to show up when I click play. We'll find out. I think it will. Here we go.
I could use a come to life spell. Oh, here goes. It's an improvement, darling. She's awful strong for such a little pony. That's my girl, following my advice. And what in tarnation does that mean? It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Oh, thank you. I forgot to turn my camera on after the movie clip. So that's number 3 again. And then here is 5 again. So in case somebody came in late, I'm just going to show that again real quick. We won't be showing pictures again after this first round, though. Just doing this because it's the first round. That was number 5. It was what king was that character from. Thank you for letting me know the mic is muted. I appreciate that. And again, Coaster King, thank you for giving people that So Creative Classroom link. Because that was the problem. So, alright, we're moving on to, we saw this, I think everybody was in by this point. And now we're going on to the last 2 questions. I'm going to give them to you both at the same time, I believe, as long as there's not a picture involved. So I'll give you 9, then I'll give you 10. 10 is a song. You'll have to say something about the song. I don't know what the question is. I can't remember. But after that, I will play the I will play the Mario music sped up where the level's you're going to die. And then the music where Sonic the Hedgehog drowns. After the Sonic the Hedgehog drown music ends, you cannot submit answers anymore. So make sure you keep that in mind. It's about 50 seconds long for those 2 songs to play. But again, when Sonic drowns, so do you. You can't answer anymore. So here are those last 2 questions. Who is the voice actress for Twilight Sparkle? Again, who's the voice actress? The character Twilight Sparkle, who is a pony. Number 10, I guess she's also a human. Which season is this remixed song from? So I have a remixed song, and you have to tell me which season of the show the song is from. And that's your number 10 question. Those are all the questions over here on the screen for that round. So if you missed one, hopefully it's up there. And let's see. Here's that song. It is, what season is this song from? It's a remix, but here it is. Good luck, and don't forget to put in those answers before song.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
You're never gonna get away
right, let's go over that first round. Let's go over that. Number 1. Oh, those are my social media links, by the way. So hopefully maybe I get some subscribers out of this. I do trivia every week, and half of it is nerdy trivia. I'll talk about that later, though. Number 1 in round 1 is, who's that character? It's Sunset Shimmer. I got a tongue twister on that one. Sunset Shimmer. It's Sunset Shimmer. It's old bacon hair. Number 2, as they call her. Number 2, who's the potion-making pony who lives in the Evergreen Forest? And that is Zecora. And oh my god, you know what? I just realized I messed something up. I will be right back. And Alright, sorry about that. Let me cut this music off. I realized that I didn't actually grade the questions when I did that. I was like, I just set up all the formulas and then it was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. So everybody would have, as long as you put something in a block, would have got a point for it. Alright, let's start that over. And I swear it's going to get more smooth from this point. Round 1, number 1, I'm just going to go over it real quick again. That is Sunset Shimmer. Number 2, who's the potion-making pony who lives in the Everfree Forest? It is Zecora. Zecora. Number 3, who lives there? It is Fluttershy's house. It's Fluttershy's house. I hope I graded that right. Number 4 is, who is the villain with shadow powers? Why do I always think he's a samurai? I don't think anybody told me why I always think he's a samurai in their answer, but it's King Sombra, the pony of shadows. King Sombra. Number 5, which character is that kingdom from? I'm sorry, which kingdom is that character from? It's Yona. She's from Yakistan. Yakistan, which is fun to say. Number 6.
Pokemon!
Who's that Ponemon? And that is DJ Pone, DJ Pone 3, and Vinyl Scratch. These are all acceptable ways to say that. And that would be a point, as long as you got one of those 3 things. Number 7, what episode is that clip from? It was from Winter Wrap Up. Winter Wrap Up. Number 8. Who created MLP Friendship is Magic. The Friendship is Magic series was created by Lauren Faust. Lauren Faust, a very talented lady. And the original creator of My Little Pony was Bonnie Zackerly, but Friendship is Magic specifically is created by Lauren Faust. Number 9, who's the voice actress for Twilight Sparkle, and that's Tara Strong. Tara Strong, very prolific voice actor. She's all over the place. Number 10, which season is that remix song from? That was the Crystal Fair Sim Gratina remix of Ballad of the Crystal Empire. It's a season 3 song. That's it for first round. Let's see what scores are. The scores that I got submitted, and I will also say, if you have trouble with the classroom, sometimes refreshing works. If that doesn't work, sometimes you can go on like private mode on your browser and use the same link, and then put in answers that way. But Classroom is reopened for round 2, so if you are recording your score, just make sure you get back in there by refreshing or just whatever. I don't know how you do that from the student end. I just do it from the teacher end. Let's go over the scores, though. We have, at the end of round 1, we have Filmer Brony VA. You have 4 points. We've got 8 points going to Sky Paws. 9 points are going to 3 teams in second place. Those 3 teams are Grayscale, Shadow King, and Team NCB, which is North Carolina Bronies. Represent, gentlemen and ladies, possibly. That's where I'm from. 10 points going to the rest of the team. It's Coaster King, Flutter 952, Hoagie Bot, which is a robot that makes hoagie sandwiches, I guess, kind of like Waffle Bot. I don't know. Nora the Mermaid, or Nora Mermaid, Pixel Light, Shockbox, and I don't know if I'm going to say this last one right, Ryosen, or Rauchen, I don't know. You tell me in the comments. But I'll try to catch up to that later. Ryosen, I think is how I'm going to say it for now. You guys all have 10 points. You're in first place. We're going on to round 2. Oh, there's my stuff again. Round 2, number 1. Who's this character? This character over here. What is that character's name? It's a tiny horse. What is that character's name? Number 1. In your second round. Let's see. Classroom. People are getting in. That's good. We got some answers in there too. That's positive. Man, these people are just popping in the classroom. I guess there's maybe a lag on that. I'm sure. I will also say when I'm grading and cutting off the classroom, I'm waiting until I'm watching it on my phone with a cell phone connection instead of a Wi-Fi to make sure that I'm getting as much lag as possible to allow you to get your answers in before I close the classroom. But we're going on to our second question. It is, where did Pinkie Pie grow up? Pinkie Pie is a character on a show that you might know. And the question is, where did she grow up? That's number 2. This is still a little easy, you know, but it's trying to get a little harder. I don't want to, like, totally make it super hard the whole time, because I want people to have fun. But I do want to have some difficult questions, so I think there should be some in this round. Hopefully. Yeah. Also, my last pony trivia is on YouTube, which I'll put the link up later. But you can go check out the recorded version of that. And there's also a live version of it, too. Some people requested that I have the super long version, which took about 2.5 hours that night. We're going to number 3. It's who's that character over there. Need the name for that character. It is your third question in your second round. And that's it. Oh yeah, I guess I should check on the Discord. Because I can't see... No, get to the flagpole. Yes! Get to the flagpole! Mario. Let's see. Finish quiz that I didn't click. Yeah, I think if you don't click it, it submits everything that you totally got in. If you didn't submit, it should take everything that you put in up until the last question, possibly. Alright, I'm going to go on to number 4. It is, who's the show's composer? Who composed all the music, all the lovely music for that show? A very lovely person that I met a couple years ago at BronyCon. Let's see. I hate that this isn't in person, though. I wanted to do this in person. I was going to do it in March. Or I think it was the end of March. I can't remember. It's been this long craziness of being at home for the last few months. And then I was going to do it this weekend, and then it got canceled again. But that's cool, because I also would be one of the people that would die if they caught COVID. So I'm really glad that I'm not around a whole bunch of people while it's kind of taking off again. Number 5 is, I'm going to show a clip, and I'm going to ask a question about it. I don't remember which clip this is, so I'm not going to pretend to know. But I'm going to show a clip, a video clip, and then I'm going to ask a question about that clip. So make sure you're watching the clip, you're paying attention, and hopefully you know the answer. Here it is. Number 2 movie clip today. And this is it.
Sir McBigin?
Yeah.
And I'm Garbunkle? That means sweetness! We're in the game! Check it out! 'Cause now... It's guys night.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
In the game now.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Discord, where are you? This is great. You made the game real.
Aren't games fun?
Should we be worried he's using his scary voice?
Behold!
Alright, I remembered to turn my camera back on this time. The question is, Oops, I went past it. What is the name of the game that they were playing in that clip? Again, I just showed a clip. There was some kind of board game kind of role-playing thing going on there. What was the name of that game? And that's the game from the show, not the game that's based on. So make sure that that distinction is made. It is number 5, your second round, which I hope you guys are having fun. I feel like it's going a little more smoothly in this round, which is good. But I will say that and then curse myself by saying it. Again, what is the name of the game they were playing in the clip? That was number 5. I'm going to look at the classroom and see that people are hopping along. One of those answers is kind of right, but also not correct. So if that clue that I just sent to you mentally meant anything to you, make sure you get the pony version of that as your answer. And we're going on... Oh, and also I have a distinction to make for a member of the game. Hoagiebot is a robot in the shape of the universe's most perfect form, a sandwich. And it makes me think of OreoBot from Transformers, which I have not seen, but I've seen the Transformers Arlenauts version, which is hilarious. OreoBot, no! Number 6, what character does Weird Al Yankovic play in the show? In the show, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I don't think I really have questions about the other generations today. I might have one. We'll see. I can't remember if I put it. Oh, maybe I did. What character does Weird Al play in G4? Yeah, it's that. Yes, it's okay if you misspell the name. I don't count off for spelling unless I explicitly say I'm counting off for spelling. And I can't remember if that question is tonight, because I do a lot of trivia, and so sometimes they run together. There's one question in the last week that I have asked for correct spelling. Oh, it is tonight. That one, it's kind of it needs to be correct, but it's later in the game, and I'll explain that when I get to it, too. Number 7 is... Who's that character? Who's the character over there? There's 2 possible names for this, but I don't need both. If you want to give me both, that's cool. You won't get any extra points, though. But it's okay if you misspell the name of the game. Yes. Yes. Shadow King, yes. I guess I should type that, yes. And then I'll do a smile. We're moving on soon to our 8th question. And that question is going to show up in a second. I'm going to make sure people are... Okay, cool. People are moving along in this. I'm going to wait for 3 more people to answer before I move to the next question, though. Because I don't like to... I try not to rush too much. There we go. All right, we're moving on to the next one. Who's the villain in The Legend of Everfree? There's a movie, special Equestria Girls movie, called Legend of Everfree. Who's the villain in that movie? I won't tell you which number it is. Because hopefully you know that. That's kind of part of the question. That's number 8.
It needs to be about 20%.
But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great time. I love doing this. I love the pony show of trivia more than I do like my regular. Well, clearly more than my regular like trivia nights. Because I do trivia in real life at a bunch of bars and restaurants. Well, when they're open anyway. But I do it on Wednesdays online, and it's fun, but this is way funner. And so, or more fun, I guess is the technical words. Who ate the cake in Mystery on the Friendship Express? Again, who is the character that ate the cake in, or maybe there's more than one answer. Who ate the cake in Mystery on the Friendship Express? It's number 9. And number 10 is your song question. Again, it is, what episode is this cover song from? Again, I've got a cover song. It's not a remix. It's not the real song, but it's a cover song. The question is, what episode is it from? It's your number 10 question. Those are all your questions on the screen. Don't forget to get your answer in before Sonic drowns. That's your timer. That's your countdown timer. And here it is, number 10, about to play. Good luck.
It's an improvement, darling.
It isn't that I'm ungrateful for all the things that I've earned, for all the journeys I've taken, all the lessons that